Neil Young captivated audiences with his raw guitar riffs, soulful lyrics, and fearless activism, becoming one of rock's most enduring legends. From Buffalo Springfield to solo stardom, his genre-defying music earned him global acclaim, amassing personal assets like a massive net worth, a sprawling mansion, and a luxury car collection. In this video, we'll explore Neil Young's life and career, his cultural impact, his personal journey, and his net worth and lifestyle. Be sure to support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with friends, and subscribing for more incredible stories. About Young's early life and education. Neil Percival Young was born on November 12, 1945, in Toronto, Canada, to Scott Alexander Young, a journalist, and Edna Blow Ragland Young, a homemaker. Raised in Omemee, Ontario, he survived polio at 6. After his parents' 1960 divorce, he moved to Winnipeg, attending Earl Grey and Kelvin High School, forming the Jades, and dropping out to chase a music career. About Young's personal life. Neil wed Carrie Snodgrass in 1970, had son Zeke in 1972, and split in 1975. He married Peggy Morton in 1978, having Ben and Amber, divorcing in 2014. In 2018, he wed Daryl Hannah, sharing activism passions. His children's cerebral palsy inspired the Bridge School, and he lived quietly in California, focusing on family. About Young's lifestyle, properties, vehicles, and net worth. Neil Young's net worth was estimated at $200 million by 2025, according to Celebrity Net Worth, though figures varied following his 2021 deal with Hipgnosis Songs, which acquired 50% of his 1,180-song catalog for $150 million. His fortune grew from over 75 million records sold, extensive touring, and valuable real estate holdings, underscoring his legacy as a folk rock pioneer with a 6-decade-long influence in music. Young's primary residence is a refined mansion in Hawaii, nestled amid tropical foliage with panoramic ocean vistas. The estate boasts 5 elegantly styled bedrooms with warm wood finishes, a grand living room featuring exposed beam ceilings, a hand-laid stone fireplace, and expansive glass walls framing natural views. The chef's kitchen includes custom cabinetry, premium stone countertops, and top-of-the-line appliances. Of the 4 bathrooms, the master suite stands out with a freestanding soaking tub, glass-enclosed rain shower, and double vanities with marble detailing. Outdoor features reflect sophisticated island living, a wide lanai patio crafted with polished teak decking, a private infinity-edge swimming pool surrounded by manicured palms and subtle ambient lighting, and lush terraced gardens with stone walkways, koi ponds, and a shaded outdoor lounge, all blending luxury and tranquility into a secluded retreat. His vehicle collection perfectly mirrors his environmental consciousness and appreciation for classic design. The 1947 Buick Roadmaster sedan, a post-war beauty, features a curvaceous exterior, chrome detailing, and a restored leather interior that channels vintage sophistication. His 1959 Lincoln Continental stands out with suicide doors, a clean ivory finish, and a spacious, luxurious cabin lined with wood trims. The 1950 Willys Jeepster adds rugged charm with its open-top body, military styling, and simple dashboard. Lastly, his 1957 Cadillac Eldorado offers a blend of bold fins and timeless Americana, with a vibrant red exterior, plush seats, and a cruising ride, each car reflecting both nostalgia and Neil's unique personal values. About Young's faith. Neil had a Presbyterian upbringing but became non-religious, focusing on nature and justice in his music, reflecting a spiritual connection to the earth. About Young's early career. Neil began with the Jades and Squires in Winnipeg, then joined the Minor Birds before co-founding Buffalo Springfield in 1966, releasing For What It's Worth before their 1968 split. About Young's rise to fame. Neil's 1969 solo debut flopped, but everybody knows this is nowhere soared with Cinnamon Girl. Joining CSNY, he wrote Ohio, gaining fame with After the Gold Rush and Harvest. About Young's career peak. Neil's 1970s peak included Rust Never Sleeps with Hey Hey, My My. After a mixed 1980s, Freedom's Rockin' in the Free World and Harvest Moon revived his success. About Young's later career. Neil released the Monsanto Years in 2015 and Colorado in 2019. He boycotted Spotify in 2022, toured with Crazy Horse in 2025, and performed at Montreux Jazz Festival. About Young's business ventures. Neil founded Vapor Records, launched Pono in 2014 raising $6 million, sold his catalog to Hypnosis Songs in 2021, and started the Neil Young Archive subscription service. About Young's awards and achievements. Neil won 2 Grammys, including 4 Angry World in 2011 and 10 Juno Awards. He entered the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, in 1995 and 1997. About Young's public image. Neil was the godfather of grunge, but criticized for 1980s albums like Trans. His 2022 Spotify boycott sparked debate, yet his authenticity made him a beloved icon. About Young's influence and legacy. Neil shaped folk rock and grunge, inspiring Cobain and Vedder. Anthems like Ohio galvanized activists, and Harvest redefined songwriting, influencing musicians to blend emotion with social commentary. About Young's philanthropic work. Neil co-founded Farm Aid in 1985 and the Bridge School Benefit in 1986, supporting farmers and children with disabilities, and donated to environmental causes like Rainforest Foundation. About Young's advocacy and activism. Neil protested corporate greed in the Monsanto years, supported indigenous rights with a 2023 rally, and boycotted Spotify in 2022, advocating for climate and free speech. About Young's other ventures. Neil directed Rust Never Sleeps as Bernard Shaky, composed Dead Man's soundtrack, acted in Paradox, and wrote Waging Heavy Peace, expanding his creative reach beyond music. About Young's controversies and challenges. Neil's 1976 cocaine incident during the last waltz drew scrutiny, his 1980s Geffen lawsuit over Trans, and 2022 Spotify exit stirred debate, yet he prioritized artistic integrity. About Young's writings. Neil wrote Waging Heavy Peace and Special Deluxe, reflecting on life in cars. Lyrics like Ohio became protest anthems, blending storytelling with social commentary. About Young's persona. Neil's 6-foot frame, high tenor, and scruffy look defined him. His flannel shirts and raw energy balanced intensity with vulnerability, though stubbornness caused bandmate clashes. About Young's hobbies and interests. Neil collected model trains with a 750-foot diorama, restored vintage cars with biofuel, painted abstract art, and sailed near Santa Monica, reflecting his creative spirit. Thanks for watching. If you loved this deep dive into Neil Young, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it with your crew, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Tell us below which star you want us to cover next.